All right, survivors. Well, HumanitZ had a major update. 9.17 just dropped the other day. They've had a few quick hot fixes since then to fix some issues, but really the majority of the update is some new base materials, new weapons. There's actually a flamethrower now, but we're here to talk about this guy. We now have horses in HumanitZ. So let's go ahead and explore what you need to do to get a horse, take care of the horse. So first of all, you're going to have to find a horse. Now, the best place to find a horse is in barns, and barns can be found at farms. The same thing with a saddle. You're going to want to find a saddle, which you will hopefully find within the location of the farm, whether it has a horse or not. You should be able to find one there. Here's a what it'll look like when you find a saddle. Here's an improvised horse saddle just sitting there. So we'll go ahead and take that. You don't need to find one. You don't need to find a saddle because you can always create one. So let's just talk about that right now. Creating a saddle, which you're going to do at your little tailoring station. Boom, tailoring station, bam, improvised horse saddle. So a lot of people are talking about, oh, where do I find a saddle? Just make a saddle, be self-sufficient, and create a saddle. It's not terrible in terms of what you need to make one. Cure deer hide sewing kit, wood, and nails. Boom. And then you're good to go. You will you put the saddle on the horse, and it's just like the dog. It'll be associated with you. You can only get one horse per person, so you can't have multiple horses, like collecting cars and whatnot. I asked that yesterday, and the dev cleared that up. Some of the other updates that we're not really going to get too far into, but here's this nice little doghouse. So there are some new building things, materials, and prefab things you can lay down. I'm not going to go into it because we're talking about horses, but the dog shed is really cool. The dog kennel. It's cool because when you're by the dog kennel and you tell him to lay down, he goes automatically into the kennel. So I have two, just in case someone else wants to use one. But see? But if you're far away from it, he'll just lay down. I'm not sure what the radius is, but that's a cool thing, and that's important to the horse situation. Because I do not like taking my dog when I'm on the horse. It's a liability. He doesn't move as fast. He loses stamina quick because you're running around. There needs to be a better situation where you could take the horse and the dog at the same time. I know you can do it. To me, it's just a little annoying, so I prefer not to take the dog with the horse. But in terms of taking care of the horse, you're going to want to get some hay. Hay is probably the best food you can feed him at the moment. You can give him carrots and apples, which I have done. I don't know if there's any other food that you can give him, but if you know of any other food you can give him, put it in the comments. I tried a potato. He wouldn't eat a potato. And I didn't try any meat because I don't know. I think it's obvious that he probably wouldn't eat meat. But what you need for baling hay is a pitchfork, and you can create one. You can find one in the world, which I don't think I've ever found one, but you can also create one with refined iron, scrap metal, and nails. So that'll be so you can go to a hay node and then and get some hay from it. It works exactly like a ore. So if you find a boulder that you could, use the pickaxe on, you get ore, you can get copper and all that. The hay node works exactly like that. So we'll show you how to get some hay for your horse. You just do it exactly like you would if you're mining ore with the pickaxe. So he tends to make some goofy noises while he does this, but so it's the same thing. 3 piles. There should be 3 instances per pile, and then you'll be able to feed your horse. And now there's a storage shack. There's a gun rack as well. We're not going to talk about the new stuff, but there's some exciting things in this new update. And then, see, I have collected hay piles. They're just like little, you know, like little piles of ore or whatever, orbs of ore. So we got a hay pile. It'd be cool if they were like actually baled hay or whatever, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and get our horse out of here. We'll go ahead and move him. We'll get down, and then you feed him just like the dog. So if he didn't have any, so if he's in rough shape, there he goes. And he just ate some hay. He's in good shape though. He's in good shape. One thing that I wasn't aware of early last night in the stream, and now I am aware of, is you can call your horse. So that's, there you go. You just hold it down. You get a little whistle action. So it's the same button as your horn on your car. But you seem to have to hold it down. So, that's if you're off your horse and he's in the vicinity. I'm not sure how long, what's the distance that the whistle works. I mean, I would hope it works from quite a distance. Oh, there he comes. So he's coming. So you use your whistle. It's your horn, whatever that button is. I think it's H by default. I have mine changed, of course, because I just change my bindings all the time. And then if you do it while on the horse, you get a little, oops, why am I hitting the horse with the thing? Little hi-ho silver action. So you hold down the horn button like you would in the car, and you get a little hi-ho silver. Boom. So that's pretty cool. You remove the storage. Oh, damn. I removed the saddle and I lost everything in it. Okay. But yeah, the saddle works just like the vest for the dog. See, we can remove the saddle, and then this horse would still, I think it still keeps his name, but it's not associated, so I could go pick another horse. Let's go ahead and find a horse. So we found a horse in a barn here, and just to show you what it's like when you go ahead and search and find a horse. By default, they'll just be sitting in a stall. I found them in a different shaped barn with a different style stall, but this is kind of what you will expect when looking around. I found a barn that had two horses in it before, but this one just seems to have one. So you'll go ahead and go up to the horse. It'll say, oh, you need a saddle. And then all you would do is, if you have the improvised horse saddle, right click it and then install it. Since I have a horse back at my base that I've named and I like already, we're leaving this horse for another player. So that's it. Once you do that, you can do the horse, instead of the dog set name, do / like horse set name, and then do their name, and then they will be associated with you, just like just like your dog is. You can name your dog, and that's it. Then you'll be on your way to taking care of your horse. Remember, you're going to need to feed it, so carrots and apples, and then hay. We've already went over how to bale hay. Make yourself an improvised or a pitchfork, and then an improvised saddle back at the base, using the melee anvil for the pitchfork, and then the clothing station for the saddle. And then you won't have to look around and hope you find a saddle, because everything seems to be a gamble. So you'd probably want those things when you go out looking for your own horse. I'm going to give you a little tip where this horse is. I'm not guaranteeing you it will be on your server in the same spot. I don't know, but if you want to join my server, it's Z Apocalypse Disco. Find it in the multiplayer. It's PvE. Everybody is welcome. This horse is at C3 in the bottom right hand corner here. I'm going to actually mark it for myself. I'll just mark it with a horse name here. Boom. So if anyone wants to nab that up, join me, join my base, make your own base, join the server. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and we just covered the very basics of getting a horse and using a horse. You can do melee and actually, let me show you that. Let's end the video with some melee and some combat from the horse. That'll be a good way to end the video and show you the horse in actual action. Well, we went back and got our horse. We're gonna go into some combat right now. I'm gonna leave the dog sleeping at the base because I really don't like the dog following me on the horse. I think you can do this and then just do a teleport if you need the dog. Remember, the dog teleport is /TP dog, and then enter, and then you will teleport your dog to your location. So what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna play it, is when I go out on the horse, I'm just gonna leave the dog, and if I want him, then I go back on foot. You know, if I start doing stuff on foot, I'll call him or teleport him, and then just have to make my way back with the dog. But I just think it's a waste of stamina for him. He's not as fast as a horse, so I think it's a good idea to leave him back at the base. But you can use guns and weapons from the horse. You can't use a rifle, but you certainly can use a handgun. So here's some handgun action from the horse. Boom, boom. Pew, pew, pews. Bing, bing, pews. All right. I'm Rick Grimes right now. Let's go ahead and get some melee action with my katana. Where's Coral? Coral! Coral! I'm looking for Coral. Let's see if we can find any more zombies around here. But he does move pretty good. The old Horserino. The controls are pretty good. The controls are just like your main dude controls. So it works more like... I'm not really doing well with that. Oh, there we go. I'm slicing and dicing. Oh yeah, you put some of this pepperoni. There we go. Boom. So this type of melee, like swords and stuff, longer weapons are going to work really well. You can get to them. I'm just swishing with my katana here, missing everything. So if I put this gun in my hand, oh, can I use it? Was I lying? No, I don't think I can. You can't. See, you can't use rifles. So I'm just gonna have to go back to a handgun or melee. I'm sure there's other things that possibly we missed, but that's all right. This is brand new, and we're just getting used to it, so it's pretty cool. But you have a 360 rotation really on the horse, so it's no bother to actually do combat on the horse. It's actually pretty cool. And a lower gate you can jump over. Your horse does have some ups. That kind of gate I don't think we can jump over. And you will get knocked down from your horse if you screw up. So you'll get tossed from your horse if you run into something. Your horse does get damaged. So same thing with the dog. We already talked about feeding the horse. Just feed the horse. He'll gain his health back over time, and you'll get his stamina back. Give him some apples, carrots, or hay. Hay seems to be the best bet. Where am I off to? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go back towards the base. Oh, is this? No, that fence is too big. I just want to show you a jump, if I can, somewhere. This fence is small enough, isn't it? Can I jump over anything here? Oh, I've got no stamina. I need to get some stamina back here. Oh, I backed myself into a corner. Hi-ho, Silvers. All right, well, I jumped a pile of trash. But you get the idea. He can jump. Your horse can jump. And your horse can sprint or gallop. So, you get the idea. You know, it's a horse. It's the controls that... it does things that basically all video game horses do. So you'll be good. Don't overthink it. Have fun. And we're going to actually make a video on the full 917 update with all the little goodies that they've included. There's some really cool melee weapons. There's some, there's a really cool added weapon, which everyone was excited for, which is the old flamethrower and how to get that. You're going to need the knowledge, to build it. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You got some tips on what to do with the little horsey horse. And please, we're almost at 1K subs, so I would really appreciate it if everyone subbed and shared, because I'm trying to hit 1K here, so I can continue doing videos and playing games. It's a little rough at the moment in terms of the old job hunt. I know a lot of you know I've been searching for a job, so I'm trying to do that and then still make content, which I really enjoy this, and I enjoy you guys and the whole HumanitZ community and my community. So I appreciate it, guys, and hopefully you find a horse, and hopefully you'll join my server, Zed's Apocalypse Cisco. Please like and subscribe and share, and I will see you well, I'm definitely going to see you tomorrow, live stream of some more HumanitZ. So take care.